Whenever I do catch a moment's sleep these days, the ice and his hands inevitably come. Janice wakes me mid-choke. In the mirror, in the corner of the on-call room, she's glowering. You know you also get 10 free therapy visits, right? I rub the ice from my face. Am I late? You're still at work, Janice laughs. It's 1 a.m. You rounded, 3 got discharged. Your supervisor's in surgery, so you took a nap to while away the time. I do not have time to while. She might have put my name on the board. Well, the board's not in the pillow. Up and at 'em. Our board, unlike the technological wonders of the city hospitals surrounding ours, is still just a whiteboard. The nurse with the neatest handwriting prints out the resident's last name next to our assigned patients and their room numbers. The surgicals get an attending's last name too, and a letter, an assignment of an operation room. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I murmur, crossing my left pointer and middle finger. Janice snickers. Have you seen yourself? You'd be lucky to watch someone relocate a shoulder. We find my name together 3 times. No surgeries. I gather the charts from the nurse at the desk on this floor. The patients are pregnancies. A woman at risk of an early delivery I am to orient and keep comfortable for a month-long stay, an epidural to assist on, and a possible future C, depending on the scans I am to procure. Hospitable wombs galore. On the last chart, a sticky note with a message from my supervisor reads, I know you were thinking of switching to gynae when we last spoke. Good practice. Have fun. It has used 3 pads already this shift. 4, Janice corrects. You changed before the nap. You weren't supposed to be bleeding anymore. Jessica G, Caitlin W, Sarah Beth I mumble. First, their names, then deep breaths. Jessica G, Caitlin W, Sarah Beth I. Jessica, Caitlin, Sarah Beth, Jessica, Caitlin, Sarah Beth, Jessica, Courtney, Sarah Beth, Jessica, Kelly, Sarah Ann, Caitlin, Sarah Beth. Listen to me. You shouldn't be bleeding. You shouldn't be working. Jessica, Caitlin, Sarah Beth, Jessica, Caitlin, Sarah Beth. Jessica is in 9002 on the 4th floor. The elevator is still out of order. Doctor, go home. I decide to take the stairs, barely aware of the grunts that emit from my lips with each step. My body knows of a good dream I had that my mind does not completely recall, keeping the pain at bay a little. No ice, no hands, no it. Janice tuts. Again. I reach the 4th floor, feeling as though I'm holding myself together by the veins. I bring my hand to my forehead to mop away the sweat with the back of my palm before pushing open the floor's door. Here, on the most foreign floor of Gerard's, it smells like tears and lemon-scented bleach. The walls are millennial pink. The hospital staff wears pastels of every hue. The parents identify whether they are first-timers or seasoned professionals by their behaviors. The new fathers cling to hospital coffee cups. Old birthers play games on their phones between contractions. It is especially evident we never have enough beds in this hospital on this floor, too. Someone is wailing with pre-delivery pain in the waiting room. When I go to ask for the whereabouts of my patient, Nurse Harlow, the newest RN on the floor, points to the screaming woman and informs me that that is Jessica G. He goes to find a free room again now that I have arrived to see her. I was told she was on way to be induced, I tell him when he returns with an apology, a promise of 10 more minutes, and a wheelchair. She's clearly in pre-labor. Can you page an attending on call? He jets off. Jessica G is heaving, face alight with rosy exertion. I'm grateful for her sweating. It puts my sheen to shame. Her chart said she is having a boy. Jessica? Jessica, I'm one of your doctors. Can you sit here for me? I corral her clenched muscles into a wheelchair. I understand you're a little early. Do you remember when your contractions started? Jessica G howls. I don't think she can hear you, Janice says, or generally even knows you're here. I spot a hallway from the corner of my eye with less traffic. The partners who swooned at the sight of blood stand vigil outside the doors of their respective delivery rooms, peeking intermittently through the door's square windows for updates on their coming children. They green in the face when they do, and then go to pace again. They part like a hairline when I bring Jessica to the window at the end of the corridor, perturbed by her shouting. It blends in with the other birthers here. Nurse Harlow has yet to reemerge. Jessica G's skin is shifting from rosy to pale. My eyes flash downward. Her pants are stained a light red. Mucus plug. Keep her comfortable, Janice sings. Good practice. I have never grown dizzy at the sight of blood before. I am a doctor. Jessica's, however, sickens me. At once it is my legs before me, then hers, then mine, then Janice's. Where is the nurse? Where is the nurse? Where is the nurse? Where is the nurse? It's killing her, Janice says. Her voice is loud in my ears, and a shock of black coffee to my system. The walls stop turning for a moment when they hear her approach. I hear her footsteps. I hear her footsteps. And then I feel Janice's hands as they go to sit on my waist. I do not have the strength to jump anymore. Jessica G is still screaming. She has red hair under all the sweat and tears. A rich auburn, almost like Janice's. Hers is dyed, though. It's killing her, like yours is killing you. Doctor, if you won't go home, save her. I feel Janice take my right hand. We bend together, her weight a familiar comfort against my back. My eyes slide shut. Janice presses her other hand against my ailing middle. She's all alone, Janice notes. Do you think she's persevering too? Where are you? I murmur. I can't see you. I can feel you. My right hand is placed palm down on something wet. I let an eye flutter open. Jessica's thigh. I'll assist. Janice brings it to Jessica's belly. The mother-to-be is keening, suffering unknown to the world. Like mine. The partners who patrolled the delivery rooms are long gone, crowded together by the magazine stand. Good. I am free to do my work. Janice tugs at the waistband of Jessica's pants. Butcher is not a cower, like those assorted lovers. Mons pubis. I slide a hand inside. He is the doctor you would want at your bedside. Clitoris. He will hold his lover's hand when their girl's first birthday comes. Labia minora. And he will think of killing me. The car seat box carves a cut into my forehead. My fingers search, my fingers card. Hymen. I feel Jessica convulse around my fist. I'll be fast, baby. Cervix. Where is it? Uterus. Where is it? Ovary. I find the clump. Janice cheers. I pull it free. It is the size of my fist, fully formed but somehow still formless, a crimson, fleshy lump of clay. I raise my eyes. Jessica G's blood on the walls reminds me that it is February now, pink and red, Valentine's Day, red hearts, red crosses. It slides from my hand and curls against the tips of my shoes as if for warmth. Would my it have been a Libra? Would they have gone to school together? I wonder what Jessica was going to name them. Butcher, Janice sings. Butcher, butcher, butcher. Jessica is no longer screaming or flailing or doing much of anything. She slumps in the wheelchair. Blood runs from her. She is a spilt glass of tomato juice. I dive for a corner of a wall to squeeze myself behind. My breaths draw like I'm blowing into a balloon. Jessica isn't moving. No one's near, but surely someone has heard by now that the screaming stopped. They will return, ears relieved, and then see what I've done. Do no harm, 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 do no harm. I have to find an attending, my supervisor, someone. I have to tell them what's happened. But what's happening to me? Does anyone care? How do serial killers do this over and over? How do doctors do this over and over? How have I done this over and over? Jessica was younger than me. I read her chart. I've read hundreds of charts. And she was alone. They always die alone. I want to be alone. I used the wall to heave myself up, half praying Jessica will raise her eyes at my movements. She does not. I do not remember the names of my next patients. I've lost sight of their charts. Maybe an overachieving intern has claimed them as their own. Clara? Marianne? Jessica. Jessica. My knees wobble like a newborn deer's. Home. I take my leave, my handiwork on display in this pastel gallery. I do not turn my head to see if I've been at all perceived. Eyes glued to the linoleum. I flee the scene. On my way to the front foyer, I collide with a resident from my cohort that I do not know the name of, maybe something with an M. Margaret, Michelle, Mel. She says nothing about my blood-stained attire, an unwitting accomplice already. She probably thinks I've been in the pit, headed to get changed after some happenstance catastrophe. She laughs at her clumsiness and asks me if I'll be at Butcher's girlfriend's shower tomorrow. I laugh with her. Not only is it February, but tomorrow is Saturday. I'd be stumped if someone asked me whether it was day or night. I'll be there, feeling way better. Can't wait.